This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, it's Monday, so we're looking at a solo, and this is a solo I've been meaning to do for a while now. And I've just got around to doing it. The reason why I've been thinking about doing this one for a while is because the song that it came from it had a big impact on me back when I was a young wee whippersnapper. Back in the late 70s, when I was about, 11, 12 years old, the music I was absolutely crazy about was 50s rock and roll. And that's because, well, it was everywhere. I mean, Grease was in the cinemas, Happy Days was on TV, bands like Shawaddy Waddy were in the top 40, or the hit parade, as we called it back then. So that was everywhere, and I was into it. And, you know, from the 50s rock and roll nostalgia thing, it's a relatively short hop to get into blues, you know, via like Fats Domino or something like that, which is probably how I started listening to blues music. But heavy rock was a closed book to me. I just didn't get it. It just seemed to be loud and tuneless and, you know, not particularly enjoyable until I started noticing some really catchy songs, because that's what you're into when you're that sort of age. You're not into any sort of emotional depth in a piece of music. You just want something catchy. And, you know, songs like Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow and Ram Jam, their version of Black Betty, and this particular song, Living After Midnight by Judas Priest. This is the song that really kind of, I think it was probably the first heavy rock single I ever bought. So here's my take on the solo from the song, then a little bit of an explanation as to what's going on in that solo. Here it is. Okay, let's take a look at what's happening in this little solo then. And, well, actually what's going on is there's a lot of blues influences in this. For me, I would say this ranks as a really good blues rock solo. I know that Priest are thought of as a heavy metal band, but I think on a track like this you do get to see the kind of blues rock kind of roots of the genre quite clearly. Basically, the chord sequence, it's power chords, but it's based around like an E chord to an A chord to a B chord. Okay, so you've got like 1, 4 and 5 in there, and yes, there's a cheeky little kind of D chord that sneaks in on the way down from the E to the A, like that. But, you know, the main kind of prominent chords are the 1, the 4 and the 5. So when you've got something that's based around a 1, 4, 5 sequence like this, then it's always good to start thinking in a blues context or blues rock context in terms of the minor pentatonic scale. So if E is our tonality, then let's start thinking in terms of E minor pentatonic. And if we start here at the 7th fret, that gives us position 4. And that's where the solo starts with this lick. And then we do another little blues kind of thing here where we kind of come up into E major pentatonic just briefly. Pattern 1 there. We're borrowing this F sharp note here. That's just a little pull off there, and occasionally we're going to be going on to the C sharp note down here as well. And that first bunch of licks that kind of move between E minor pentatonic and just a few little bits of E major pentatonic go like this. And then we do a classic little blues thing here where we're bending towards, but not quite hitting, the major third. I've shown this in the tab, this bend here, as bending the 11th fret, the F sharp note, up to the G, it's actually going a little bit beyond that when you listen closely. So it's kind of landing somewhere between the G and the G sharp, the minor third and the major third of E, basically. So we're kind of straddling that minor major kind of boundary in a typical blues sequence. So we get this kind of thing. Something like that. Actually, there's some pinched harmonics on there. Let's see if I can pull those out with a... something like that. I'm not sure if I've got enough gain on there. And then that, and just again coming straight out of that E major pentatonic lick there. Okay, and then we're back into E minor pentatonic again. And then down to this position of E major pentatonic down here. For this part. Something like that. And then big climactic moment when we go right up to the top end of the neck, essentially just taking this E minor pentatonic that we were playing in down here and moving it all the way up to the octave above. So we're starting up kind of at the 19th fret. Like that. So for just this bendy lick. And again, you'll notice in the tab that he's bending this 22nd note here, this A note, he's bending it slightly flat until the very final one, which kind of really resolves it nicely at the end of the solo. Like that. So, nice little mixture of major and minor pentatonic licks going on in this solo. As I say, it just kind of shows the blues rock roots of Glenn Tipton's playing quite nicely here. Nice little solo, have some fun with it. And there is, of course, a full tab for that solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with that clip that you've seen of me there, just playing the solo and explaining it, and the backing track to play along with. That's all up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. As a special little thank you to all of my wonderful Patreon supporters. Thank you so much, everyone. It is truly appreciated. I am more grateful than I can tell you. So, there you go. That's today's little video. It's just an analysis of the solo from Living After Midnight by Judas Priest. Had a big impact on me, that one. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? If you're interested in supporting the channel, all the links, including the Patreon thing, are downstairs in the description box. Thank you so much if you're helping me out in any of those ways, and thank you in advance if you're thinking about doing it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.